Good morning. Today we will discuss regarding directional control valves used in pneumatic systems. So pneumatics, the second branch of fluid power, which utilizes the freely available air as the working medium, that is to transmit power from its source to destination. The major difference is that air is compressed and under pressure at the time it is delivered, even if there is no load on the system. Whereas in hydraulics, pressure is developed only due to presence of load, that is resistance to flow. So valve used in a pneumatics, it is a device which is used to control output of the circuit. The main purpose of the valve in pneumatics or hydraulic circuit is to control final output. Valves are divided into number of groups according to what they control. So what is a valve? It is a pneumatic or hydraulic device which is used for control of the output. So the basic type of valves. So before that, the form of air or form of air power leaving the compressor may not be the same as demanded by the consumer cylinder or motor. Hence, the control valves come into action to modulate the form of air power to make it applicable to consumer. Hence, some means has to be provided to control the intensity and flow factor according to the consumer needs. So there are various types of valves employed to control the air power. They are mainly categorized as direction control valve, flow control valve, and pressure control valve. So direction control valves, they determine the path through which a fluid traverses a given circuit. Example, check valves, shuttle valves, and two-way, three-way, and four-way directional control valves. The basic function of direction control valve is to provide the link between various parts of the pneumatic system by means of connecting, disconnecting, and or changing the flow direction. Then pressure control valves. So they protect the system against overpressure which may cause due to excessive actuator loads and due to the closing of a valve. So examples of pressure control valve are pressure relief valve, pressure reducing sequence valve, unloading valve, and counterbalance valves. And third is flow control valves. So they are used to control the flow rate of the fluid. So valve selection criteria is type of valve, size of the valve, actuating technique, and remote control capability. So classification of valves. So according to function, it is classified as direction control valve, flow control valve, pressure control valve. According to design, spool valve or and poppet valve. According to method of actuation, manual, mechanical, pneumatic, electric. According to mounting angle, manifold, inline, and subplate. And according to application, it is categorized as speed control, signal processing, and proportional valve. So functional classification of valves. So most commonly used valves are direction control valves, non-return valves, pressure control valves, and flow control valves. So in this only we will see the direction control valves used in pneumatic systems. So valve, it is described by the ports. So number of ports on a direction control valve DCV is identified using the term way. Thus, for example, a valve with 4 ports is a four-way valve. Then positions. So valve, it is described by ports and positions. So positions, this parameter determine the flow direction. Then method of actuating, whether it is manually, air, pilot or solenoid operated or actuated. Then special features of operation, manual or override. So direction control valves. So basic symbol for control valve is a square. Two or more squares are used. Each square representing the switching position provided by the valve. So for example, two position valve, it is represented by two squares. Three position valves, it is represented by three squares. Then graphical representation. Now in the block, the line in the boxes are used to show flow path with arrow indicating direction of flow. So that is represented in a diagram. That is the flow. Then shutoff position is indicated by the line drawn at right angles to the horizontal line inside the rectangle. So if the horizontal line, it is inside the rectangle, then it is a shutoff or no flow through these lines or through this direction. Then pipe connections. The pipe connections, that is inlet and outlet ports to the wall, are indicated by lines drawn on outside of the box, and it is right angle to the horizontal line. The first position from the left indicates the rest or initial or neutral position when the wall it is not actuated. The second position or square from the left indicates actuated position. So you can see in this diagram the graphical representation, that is pipe connections. So single position wall, it is shown in a first diagram, that is a initial position. Then two position wall, so you can see the lines that are drawn outside the square. And three position wall, that is indicated by three squares and the lines indicated outside the box. These are the pipe connections. Then port and position table. The ports of the wall are shown on the outside of the box, that is called the ports. These are labeled by a number or letter according to its function. So it is represented by number or letter. For this purpose, some standard letters or numbers with symbols are used, which are shown in the next slide. So you can see the port and position table. So in the first column, there are ports. Then in the second column, the alphabetic system that is used to indicate ports and positions. Then the number system and the comment on that port and positions. So first it is a pressure port. So in an alphabetic system, the letter that is used, it is a P, and number 1 it is used to indicate the pressure port, that is a supply port. Then working port, A it is used, and or number 2 it is used to indicate the working port. So in a 3x2 DC wall that is used. Then working ports A, B. Suppose if the wall is 4x2 or 5x2 DC wall, then A and B, these are the working ports, or the four numbers 4 and 2, it is indicated as a working ports in a 4x2 or 5x2 DC wall. In a 3x2 DC wall, the exhaust port, it is indicated by letter R or the number 3. Also in a 3x2 DC wall, the exhaust ports that are indicated by RES, and the numbers used are 3 and 5. Then pilot port Z or Y, the 12 number it is used for pilot line. Then pilot port Z, later it is used, or number 14 it is used for pilot line 1 to 4. Then pilot port Z or Y, the number 10, it is used the pilot line, that is flow close. An internal pilot port, that is PZ PY, that is indicated by the number 8191, that is auxiliary pilot air. Now commonly used direction control valves. DC valve is used to control or to change the direction or to start or stop the fluid flow only on the receipt of any signal, which may be mechanical, electrical, or fluid pressure pilot signal. So DC valves are described by number of ports and number of positions. So commonly used direction control valve. So valve is 2 by 2 DC valve. So in which the number of ports are 2 and number of positions are also 2. So number of ports, one it is input and one it is output. In a 3 by 2 DC valve, number of ports are 3, in which one input, one output and one exhaust, and the positions are 2. In 4 by 2 DC valve, the number of ports are 4, in that one is input, two output and one exhaust port is there, and the positions are 2. In 5 by 2 DC valve, the number of ports are 5, in that one is input port, two ports are output ports and two exhaust ports are there. So positions are 2. So these ports are in a single square or in a single block. Number of ports are. Then direction control valves. So first number indicates the number of ports and second number or the second digit indicates the number of positions. So 2 by 2 direction control valve, when it is normally open, it is indicated by the first symbol. Then 3 by 2 way direction control valve, it is normally closed, so it is indicated by the symbol that is shown in a slide. Then like that 3 by 2 direction control valve normally open, it is shown. Then 4 by 2 direction control valve flow from 1 to 2 and from 4 to 3, that is shown. Then the 5 by 2 DC valve and 5 by 3 DC valve, all the symbols that are shown in this slide, and it is indicated by the numbers. Then first valve, that is 2 by 2 way valve. So 2 by 2 way DC valve, it is normally closed valve. So initially no flow from 1 and 2. Switch to flow from 1 to 2. So figure indicates 2 by 2 way valve normally closed, and that when activated connects pressure port 1 to the output port 2, and therefore it is used for on or off switch. So it is generally used as a switch for the another valves. So in a first block you can see the direction and the arrow. So that is the flow of the air from pressure port 1 to pressure port 2 when it is activated. So again the same valve, the circuit symbol describes the operation of the valve, 2 by 2 valve. So the symbol shows the two ports, two position valve. There are two boxes with different symbols inside, two position valve. Each box is just a different representation of the valve. Looking at any one of the boxes gives an indication of the number of ports on the valve. In the left hand box, there are two ports. Air would be allowed to pass through the valve in this position. The arrow indicates this. In the left hand box, the same two ports are shown as block. In this position, air is not allowed to pass. Then 3 by 2 wave wall. So the symbolic representation it is given in this slide for the 3 by 2 DC control wall. So 3 by 2 way normally it is normally closed wall. So initially no flow from 1 and 2, but flow from 2 and 3 switched to flow from 1 to 2 and 3 it is closed. So figure shows 3 by 2 wave wall normally closed, in which the pressure port 1 is off and output port 2 exhausting via exhaust port 3. So it is normally, so it is initial position. When it is activated, the pressure is applied to the output port directly and the exhaust port will be closed. So this position when it is activated, so 1 it is connected to 2, that is the first block. Consider the first block, that is the activation after activation. So 1 it is connected to 2 and the exhaust port that will be closed. That is a position in the first block, you can see. The same it is indicated here. A 3 by 2 wall allows exhaust air to vent to atmosphere in off position. So you can see the second block. So it is connected to the exhaust. 2 it is connected to 3, means it is connected to exhaust and this is off position. When it is activated, it will activate the first block, and 1 it is connected to 2 and exhaust is closed. The 3 port 2 position wall in this slide allows air to pass in the left hand position and blocks in the right hand position. This function is similar to the 2 by 2 wall in the previous slide. The main difference with this wall is that any air trap in the outlet of the wall is allowed the pass out of the exhaust port in the right hand position. This is a normally closed wall because the connections are drawn on the air block side of the wall. This wall is commonly used for roller actuated switches. Then again 3 by 2 wave wall it is represented, the symbolic representation it is shown in this slide, and it is normally open wall. So initially flow from 1 to 2 and 3 it is closed, that is the second position. See the second position, that is on the right hand side. Figure indicates 3 by 2 wave wall normally open, in which pressure is connected to the output port and exhaust port is closed. When activated, pressure port is off and output port 2 exhaust via exhaust port 3. So activated position means, see the first block. Again the same wall it is shown in this slide, that is normally open. So this is normally open 3 by 2 wall because the connections are drawn on the air pass side of the wall. Then 4 by 2 wave wall. So 4 by 2, so initially flow from 1 to 2 and 4 to 3. Switch to flow or flow from 1 to 4 and from 2 to 3. The 4 by 2 wave wall is shown in the figure, in which pressure is applied to the output port while the output port exhausts through the exhaust port. When activated, so this is the second block position. See the second block position. So that is initial position. Now for activation, after activation of the block, consider the first position of the block. So in which when activated, the pressure port 1 it is connected to output port 4, while output port 2 exhaust to the exhaust port 3. Then 5 by 2 wave wall. So initially flow from 1 to 2 and flow 4 to 5 and 3 it is close. Switch to flow from 1 to 4, 1 to 4 and from 2 to 3, 5 close. Figure indicates 5 by 2 wave wall in which pressure is applied to the output port while output port exhaust through the exhaust port. When activated, pressure port 1 it is connected to the output port 4. Exhaust through exhaust port 5, 3 will be closed. So that is regarding the 5 by 2 wave wall. So 5 port wall switches the two output ports from exhaust or pressure to pressure and exhaust. So the 5 port 2 position wall can direct air to two outlet ports. When one port is delivering air, the other port is exhausting air. This wall is commonly used to direct air to actuating devices such as cylinders and rotary actuators. Main air is connected to the middle port. The two end ports exhaust the air. So method of actuation. So when method of actuation is manual, so different actuation methods are general, then the push button, lever operated, detent lever operated, and the foot pedal. So these are the manual actuation. Then mechanical actuation. We can use plunger, roller operated, ideal return roller, then the spring return and spring centered. So this is a mechanical actuation of the wall. And pneumatic actuation, direct pneumatic actuation and indirect pneumatic actuation, that is piloted. So on the right hand side also the symbolic representation it is shown for the method of actuation. Then electrical actuation, single solenoid operation and double solenoid operation, that is indicated on a right hand side. Then combine double solenoid and pilot operation with manual override. So these are all the methods of actuation. Then 2 by 2 wave wall. So it is a normally closed wall. So initially no flow from 1 to 2 and switch to flow from 1 to 2. Figure indicates 2 by 2 wave wall normally closed and that when activated connects pressure port 1 to the outlet or output port 2 and therefore it is used for on or off switch. Now the 2 by 2 direction control wall. So in a diagram you can see the spring, then the pressure port and the port A. So it is a two port, two position DC wall. It consists of a spool having two positions. In normal unactuated position, the wall is closed. So you can see in a unactuated position, in a symbolic representation, you can see the second position, that is the wall it is closed. It is unactuated position. When the spool is pushed against the spring and held in that position, the wall opens the port P to the consumer port A. That is, port P gets connected to port A. A 2 by 2 DC wall is used mainly to activate main walls. For example, 5 by 2 DC wall. Then 3 by 2 wave wall. So in a left hand side diagram, it is a push button operated spring return 3 by 2 way normally closed wall. And on the right hand side There is a push button operated spring return 3x2 way valve, and it is normally open valve. So this is a symbolic representation of 3x2 normally open and normally closed valve. Then this is shown according to the method of actuation. So this is a roller operated. See the symbolic representation for each valve. It is a roller operated spring return 3x2 way normally closed valve. So normally closed valve, the internal structure it is same. Then on the right hand side you can see roller operated spring return 3x2 way normally open valve. So roller operated, that is shown on a left hand side, that is the method of actuation, and spring return, that is shown on a right hand side. You can see the symbolic representation of spring on the right hand side. Then ideal return roller operated spring return. So ideal return roller operated spring return 3x2 way normally closed valve. You can see the symbolic representation. Then pneumatically operated, you can see the symbol on a left hand side, and it is a spring return that you can see on a right hand side of the first block. So it is pneumatically operated spring return 3x2 normally closed valve. So it is also called 3x2 way single pilot, and on a right hand side of the slide you can see pneumatically operated spring return 3x2 way normally open valve. It is 3x2 way single pilot valve. Then 3x2 direction control valve. So the diagram and application it is shown on a right hand side. A 3x2 direction control valve is same as a 2x2 DC valve with an additional return port to exhaust the air. So you can see in a diagram that is represented by R, that is return port, that is added in a 2x2 valve. Thus, it has a three ports, namely pressure port P, return port R, and consumer port A. Then 4x2 both side pilot operated valve. You can see the symbol. So pneumatically operated spring return 5x2 way valve, or it is also called 5x2 way single pilot. Then 4x2 single side pilot operated spring to return. So pneumatically operated spring return 4x2 way valve, that is 4x2 way single pilot. So you can see the spring return at the right hand side of the valve, and it is not spring return. So this 4x2 valve, it is not spring return, it is both side pilot operated valve. So that is the basic difference in a symbolic representation. Then pneumatically operated spring return. So pneumatically operated, that is shown on a left hand side of the wall, and spring return it is shown on a right hand side. Then 4x2 wall, you can see the circuit diagram of the 4x2 wall. So in a left hand side there is a forward stroke, and on a right hand side you can see the retract stroke for the by using the 4x2 direction control valve. A 4x2 DC valve has one additional consumer port than 3x2 DC valve. Hence, it can be used to control a double acting cylinder motion. In normal position, port P and A are connected, and ports R and B are connected respectively. Shifting the valve causes cross connection, thereby changing the direction. Then pneumatically operated spring return 5x2 valve. So it is pneumatically operated, and the spring return 5x2 valve, that is shown in this slide. Then push button operated spring return 5x2 valve. Then both pneumatically operated 5x2 wave valve. So pneumatically operated and pneumatically written 5x2 wave valve. So it is also called 5x2 way double pilot valve or memory valve. So the same, that is double pilot valve, that is shown in this slide. The internal connections that are shown in this slide. Then 5x2 direction control valve. You can see the ports E, P, R. So 5x2 DC valve has one more port, namely E, for easy exhausting of the air. It is added. The spool of this type of valve has 4 pistons and 2 consumer ports A and B. In normal position, the pressure port P is connected to consumer port A. When it is actuated, port P gets connected to B, whereas A gets connected to exhaust port E. Then shut off valves, that is check valve, spring loaded check valve, shuttle valve or function, two pressure valve and function quick exhaust valve. So the non-written valve that is shown in this figure. Then the pilot operated check valve. So the speed control in pneumatic system is affected by means of a flow control valve. This is done by constricting or throttling the flow passage to a part of pneumatic system. So it is obvious that whenever flow control valve is used in a pneumatic circuit, it will provide undesired amount of pressure loss and other resistances which may hamper the proper and efficient functioning of the system. In most cases of pneumatic system, the flow control valve is constructed with an inbuilt check valve so that control flow is directed only in one direction and the reverse flow is free. In variable control valve, an adjustable needle is positioned at any place of the flow passage to regulate the flow as per the need of consumer. A ball and spring type check valve is used to permit free flow in one direction but restrict the flow in other direction. So this is regarding the direction control valves used in pneumatic system. Thank you.